Up until now, I really didn't have a problem with drinking whiskey out of a container that looks like this versus this. But what happens when a non-whiskey drinker like myself starts taking whiskey more seriously? Will I ever be able to tell the difference between a scotch or a bourbon, or pull out those awesome aromas that all the sommeliers can out of a Glencairn glass? But most importantly, out of 365 days, where will I rank the world's top whiskeys versus the lower ones? Let's find out as Short Guy drinks whiskey. Alright, before getting into the Scotch review, I just want to make a quick reminder. If you guys want to taste little individual drams like this one, I am now a part of the Master of Malt's affiliate program. I'm going to leave a link on the bottom. Visit their website. They're going to send you the whiskey. They're going to give you some money to help keep the channel going. But for now, let's have a look at the Balblair 1990. Ah, yes, the beginning of the 1990s. MC Hammer, Vanilla Ice, Sinead O'Connor topped the music charts. I was still doing the running, man. And I look like this. Alright, let's open it up and give it a quick smell here. Now, this is their second release. We'll talk about what first and second release means in just a second. Oh, that smells so good. Let's get it in the Glencairn here. Look at that. So the first release was bottled in 1990. Now the thing about Balblair is they take their time. It's a real small distillery. I think they might be on the books as one of the top 2 or 3 oldest distilleries, like 1700s. They have a ledger that has the first sale made by the guy that ran the distillery originally, John Ross, and I think the record was something like 1800s. So these guys go way back in distilling Scotch. Now remember, Scotch has to be 100% malted barley. They can add artificial color in here, but that's what we have here. And Balblair does everything really, really slowly. Now this is the second release. They have very specific things to qualify something for a second versus a first release. The main thing to know is that it's entirely different from the first release. So what you have is leftovers from the vintage 1990 that they didn't decide to bottle. And their kind of theory is they let the whiskey tell them when to bottle it, and that's why they have different releases for those things. Now, I think this was ex-bourbon and Oloroso aged. Those are the 2 barrels that they were aged in. And you can kind of tell a little bit. You can see a little bit of red. I mean, just a hint of red, but this is definitely a darker brown color when you look at it, more like honey. Not light and floral like a Irish whiskey, but oh man, you can tell that definitely smells like a whiskey. It's meatier, it's heavier. Okay, let's give it a taste. Oh man, that is fantastic. Light smoke in it, very light. Oh, that smoke tastes great. I can really taste that smoke coming up for how they make that malted barley. Let's go in for the second taste. Really taste that malted barley flavoring in there. This is fantastic. Now, for somebody that's approaching Scotch for the first time, this might be a little bit much. I think it's 47% alcohol, 46% volume. The burn isn't bad, but the taste is, it stays in your mouth long, so it has a very long finish. It really kind of falls around your tongue. Let's give it one more. Oh, I can smell the wood in there. Very small distillery in the Highlands of Scotland. And this is probably the smokiest Scotch I've had to taste yet. And again, this is number 4 of the box that I got from Master of Malt. We got one more to go. But yeah, so if you're into something that's a little bit smoky, not too heavy, I would recommend the Balblair second edition. If you can get the first, fantastic. Now, the second one has won all kind of awards. You can check it out on their website. But, of course, I'm going to recommend this. This is an excellent Scotch. Maybe one more time. These are getting a little bit harder to find. The prices are going to vary somewhere between, I don't know, like $200, maybe all the way up to $250. But if you can get a bottle, I think you're going to love it. So guys, that's the ending of this review. I hope you found it useful. If you like it, share it as much as possible. Please give me the thumbs up. Thanks for tuning into the first video here on chemotherapy and with Short Guy Drinks Whiskey. And as always, guys, remember, Okole mo luna. Oh.